Paradise Island number 10, The Clay and the Thunder. After the fall of Hercules and the sealing of Ares beneath Themyscira, the island did not celebrate. It stabilized. The Kangas continued their great pulse run with renewed precision, as if the land itself had finally exhaled after holding divine pressure for too long. Themyscira had become something rare even among God's forgotten places, a system that could survive contradiction without breaking. But peace does not erase longing, and even paradise cannot replace what is missing from a heart that still remembers solitude. Themyscira, Queen Hippolyta stood alone in the inner sanctum of the island. Hippolyta. The chamber was quiet, shaped from pale stone and older magic that did not belong to Olympus, but to the island itself. Around her, faint echoes of conga movement vibrated through the ground, like a heartbeat shared between land and life. She was surrounded by victory, and still felt absence. Her people were strong, the island was safe. Even gods had been forced into balance beneath its surface, but there was no child among them who would inherit what they were becoming. No future shaped directly from her will, only continuation, not creation. Hippolyta turned toward the sacred basin at the center of the chamber. Within it rested clay, not ordinary earth, island earth. It carried the memory of Themyscira's living structure, the same force that guided the Kangas, stabilized divine pressure, and resisted imbalance. It was not just material, it was potential given form. But potential alone was not enough. She needed life. Not forged by war, not shaped by conquest, but chosen. The air changed before the sky did, a pressure shift, subtle but absolute. Then lightning arrived without storm. It struck not the island, but the idea of distance itself. And from that impossible arrival, Zeus entered Themyscira's presence. Zeus, he did not appear as an intruder. He appeared as if the world briefly remembered he existed. Hippolyta did not move. She did not bow. She simply said quietly, "I did not call Olympus." Zeus studied her. "No," he said, "you did not." A pause. "But something older than Olympus did." The Kangas, far across the island, paused in their great pulse run. Not in fear, in recognition of atmospheric authority. But Zeus did not look at them. Not yet. His attention remained on Hippolyta, on the basin, on the clay. "You seek what war has not given you," Zeus said. Hippolyta's voice was steady. "I seek what victory cannot replace." A silence followed. Not tension, judgment. Zeus stepped closer. The air did not crack under his presence, it listened. "And if I refuse?" he asked. Hippolyta finally looked at him directly. "Then I remain as I am," she said, "and so does the world I protect." Something shifted in Zeus's expression. Not amusement, understanding. Because gods like him did not often hear desire that was not shaped by demand or ambition. Hippolyta was not asking for power. She was asking for continuation of life beyond war. The clay in the basin stirred slightly, not alive yet, but aware of attention. The island responded through subtle vibration beneath the chamber. The Kangas' great pulse run synchronized faintly toward the sanctum, not approaching but acknowledging importance. Even Themyscira understood that something foundational was being decided. Zeus looked at the clay. "This is not birth," he said. Hippolyta replied, "It will be." Another pause. Then Zeus spoke more softly. "And what will you call what comes from it?" Hippolyta did not hesitate. "Hope." The word settled into the chamber like a new law, not divine, not imposed, but chosen. The clay responded. Faint light pulsed through it, subtle at first, like a heartbeat unsure of its rhythm. The island reacted instantly. The Kangas' movement across all regions aligned for a single moment of unified synchronization. Not great pulse, not anchor response, something else. Recognition of emergence. Zeus raised his hand slightly. Lightning did not strike. Instead, it refined. Energy moved through the chamber, not as destruction, but as definition. Not shaping the clay into life, but affirming its right to become it. The clay lifted slightly from the basin, not forming yet, becoming ready. Hippolyta stepped forward. Her voice was quieter now. "This is not yours," she said to Zeus. He nodded. "I know." A pause. "But I can witness it." The clay began to take form. Not fully, not yet a child, but suggestion of structure, limbs, breath, presence waiting just beneath becoming. The island itself leaned inward, as if every layer of Themyscira was observing a threshold being crossed. The Kangas stopped their run entirely. For the first time since their existence began, they did not move at all. Zeus looked at Hippolyta. "You understand what this means," he said. She did, because anything shaped in this place would not be separate from it. It would be part of its balance, part of its future, part of its burden. Yes, she said, I understand. The clay pulsed once more. Stronger now, a rhythm forming, not fully life, but no longer stone, and within it something ancient and new aligned at the same time. Not a weapon, not a ruler, not a system, a child. Zeus stepped back. The world will not understand her, he said. Hippolyta looked at the forming life. Then it will have to change, she replied. And for the first time since Ares was sealed beneath the island, Themyscira did not respond to gods. It responded to creation. The Kangas resumed movement slowly. Not great pulse, not stability pattern, but something gentler, circling the island as if acknowledging a new center had been added to its balance. And in the clay, the future of Wonder Woman quietly began to breathe. Not yet named, not yet born, but already impossible to undo. Characters, places, and group species. Characters: Hippolyta, Zeus, clay. Form of future Wonder Woman, unnamed proto-life state. Places: Themyscira, inner sanctum of Themyscira, sacred basin chamber groups, species. Kangas, alien species of Themyscira, Amazons of Themyscira. Amazons of Themyscira, Olympian gods,